If you watch this channel consistently, you are most likely a highly motivated individual who is striving for more in their life, just like me. Money, status, prestige, career promotions, the best health you can be in, recognition, amazing relationship, a fulfilled life. One of the best strategies to accomplish all of those things is through faster career promotions. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the exact strategies I have followed to promote 6 times in my 4-year software sales career, 4x my income. It starts with getting really good at the current role you're in before you can earn that next level promotion. Next, influencing the actual leaders who can have an impact on you getting promoted sooner. And then finally asking yourself, how does this experience sequence into my long-term goals? In today's video, I'm going to share my short and long-term goals and the exact sequence I'm following my next 5 steps. If you are looking for more in your life, hit the like button right now, comment down below for the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 20,000 subscribers, so subscribe now. Strategy number 1 is to get really good at the role you're at today. A big misconception people have in today's marketplace: low unemployment, we've been working remotely, the employees had all the leverage. If you were not happy, you could go find another job. If you didn't feel like you were being treated correctly, if you didn't feel like you had the career trajectory at your current company, you can go find another job. The marketplace is shifting as the economy is getting worse, and the leverage is going back to the employers. And they're now in a position where hiring is freezing, they're spending less money, it's harder to sell, and they're not just gonna scoop you up because you're not happy at your past organization. And it's gonna be very clear the people who left their current roles to then go chase that promotion at a new organization. You get paid more, you have more responsibility. All of a sudden, you have out-promoted your skill set and your entire career has plateaued. So in order to go forward, you sometimes need to go back. And that's exactly what I had to do when I first started in software sales right out of college as a sales development representative at a fast-growing technology company. I was employee number 1,500. I didn't know what I would be doing. They handed me a headset like this one and they said, "Trent, you're going to be cold calling." When I accepted my offer, they said that I would be a sales development rep for 4 to 6 months, and that's the entry-level software sales role. And then you promote up to an account executive, which is actually closing deals. Sales development rep, you are sourcing meetings, you're cold calling, emailing, setting up demos, booking appointments, whatever you want to call it. I was in that SDR role for over 2 years. Think about this. Think about that experience gap. They told me 4 to 6 months, and then I would promote to a closing role, make more money. I was in the role for over 2 years. The reason that happened is because they changed the program. They found that when people promoted too fast, it became a sink or swim environment, and it was a coin flip. If that rep who didn't truly have the skill set, pipeline generation, top of funnel activities, they would sink or swim very fast. So they changed the program to make it longer. And I was one of the people who took the longest to promote. For over 6 months, I was sitting at a desk like this, working from home. I knew I was ready to be in a closing role. I knew I was ready. And it was beyond frustrating to know that it was during the pandemic, so deals weren't closing, but I physically wasn't able to promote until I hit the metrics. And it was the best thing to ever happen in my career because I saw everyone around me promoting and just they're chasing that next pay increase. They're chasing that equity bump, whatever it may be. That's all great. But think about this, your career is gonna be over 30 years. So if you're in a role for an extra 1 to 2 years, it's not that big of a deal. And if you're gonna be in that role for a bit longer, you may as well figure out how to master that role because the skill set's built. As an SDR, if you're really good at it, you're gonna then be a great account executive. If you're a great account executive, you're gonna then be a great enterprise account executive. If you're a great salesperson, then hopefully you can translate to a great sales leader and then a great company-wide leader and then make a ton of money. It's all about this career progression. And in order to progress, you need to grow, you need to evolve. So a couple strategies I have followed is 1, deploying self-awareness and looking at my numbers. And if my numbers are not where they're at, I need to take responsibility for how I'm doing. Number 2, being open and receptive to coaching. Oftentimes you can think, oh, I'm the best. I'm the big dog on campus, the person who walks around the lunchroom and everyone's like, that's the guy right there. You gotta be open to coaching because you have blind spots and there's things that other people do better than you. So being open to learning from them and listening to them is really important. And finally, number 3, seeking out guidance from other people you respect, whether it's a colleague who's in the same role you're in, whether it's a leader. identifying through self-awareness and coaching, hey, this is what I need to work on. Who is doing that better than me today? And then how can I go learn it from them so that I can grow and evolve and get as good at my possible role here today? And then you will be the first choice to then earn that promotion, and you'll actually be ready when you get the promotion, and you won't be in that situation where you feel like you're out at sea just drowning because you were chasing the money, and eventually it's going to backfire. Strategy number 2 into the art and science of career promotions is networking. And this is more of an art, because I think getting good is science. You can say, hey, I'm just objectively good at my job because I'm hitting my quota, binary, black and white. Whereas the networking component, this is something a lot of people talk about. When I hear networking, I hear uncomfortable, go to this large seminar or this big group and I'm around a bunch of people I don't know, and everyone's sitting there thinking, I want to meet other people, but I don't actually want to approach other people because they may not want to talk to me, whatever. Every one of those situations wants to meet other people or they wouldn't be there. So use that as confidence to take that first move. But that is not the networking I'm talking about. The networking I'm talking about is being in your account executive role today, or SDR role, or whatever it is, and identifying what is the next step for me. Is it becoming a sales leader? Is it becoming an enterprise rep? Personally, for me, my goal is to become an enterprise account executive. So at the beginning of this year, 2022, 1 year ahead of my eligibility to even be considered to promote from account executive to enterprise account executive, I reached out to all of the enterprise leaders. I reached out to the entire leader of the entire department. I said, hey, I want to be in your department. This is what I want to do. And the purpose of that interaction is, one, to show them I am proactive and say, hey, this is what I've done. I'm a year ahead of being able to be here, but I want to learn from you and I want to understand what's important. The reason this matters is because, one, they know who I am. And two, that information potentially could actually benefit me throughout the course of the year. And I'm working on the specific skill sets they say is important. So I reached out to the leaders and then I'm like, who else should I talk to? And then he's like, yeah, go speak with the person who reports to me, who actually oversees multiple teams. So I go speak with that guy. And he's like, yeah, this is great that you're doing this. Go speak with this guy. And then that's the actual leader of the team I would potentially be on. So now we're friendly. Now we know each other. He knows me. And I still have to perform, but now it's an easier decision to say, hey, I at least know this guy. Would I rather hire this guy who maybe didn't hit his number, or this outside hire that we do not know, we have uncertainty around? The networking component, speaking with the leaders, you are giving them value because you're saying, look, I want to join your team and I want to produce. I want to help make you more successful. What can I do to get to that point? And then it becomes a discussion of you are there to help them. Then all of a sudden they're thinking, wow, okay, I actually want this person on my team. And then that creates more leverage internally. People know who you are. That is the art of internal networking to get faster promotions. And the third and final strategy is sequencing. This is a part a lot of people miss. And it starts with understanding, what are your goals? So ask yourself, person A and person B, they both work at Chick-fil-A. Person A is there to collect a $15 an hour paycheck because they just want money so that they can go on trips with their friends. Person B is at Chick-fil-A to collect $15 an hour, but their sequence is they want to own a chain of 100 Chick-fil-A restaurants. Think about who's going to be better at their job, more successful, and find more meaning in that work. It's person B, because when they're cooking the fries, when they're taking the orders, when they're doing the inventory, they understand that all of these nuances will be important to their foundational long-term success. So I see a lot of reps who are here just to collect a paycheck, whereas I'm here to advance the company mission forward because that's the only way I'm going to be in the best position to maximize my ability to produce. And me personally, for my goal is to build a $10 million ARR, annual recurring revenue software business. So spending 2 years as an SDR, that was important. Working as an account executive, getting punched in the face every day, struggling with a massive quota, these days are important because eventually I'm not only going to be a sales leader, I'm not only going to lead an organization, but I'm going to be able to see all of it. And I'm going to be able to look at my reps who are doing what I'm doing today, and I want to be able to say, I've been in your shoes, I know what you're going through, and I'm here to help. And this is what we're going to do about it. So that's the long-term objective. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, how do my next 5 moves get me to that point? as an account executive, I need to master my current role right now. That's step one. Step number two, I need to go speak with relevant sales leaders who can influence my career. Step number three, I need to actually get promoted to enterprise. Step number four, I need to perform as enterprise. My short-term career goal is to qualify for President's Club as an enterprise account executive. I want to say I went from SDR to enterprise account executive at the same company, legitimate experience, improve myself each step of the way. Once I prove that I perform as an enterprise account executive, I feel that I will have satisfied all of my, I don't want to call them prerequisites or requirements, but that's what I want to do working for someone else. At that point, I believe I'll have enough money to really take some serious financial risks and roll the dice and build a company, maybe double down with the YouTube thing, with the website, softwaresalesguide.com, the podcast, Sales Prestige Podcast. And then that fifth step is going off on my own and no longer collecting a paycheck. So I don't have a forecast of actual timing. I love what I do today and I want to be great at it, but that is my sequence and not, you know what I'm working towards. So now ask yourself right now, do you see yourself at your current company for the next 3 to 5 years? If you don't, that's a problem. I do see myself at my company for the next 3 to 5 years. And then how does the experience today, how is that going to benefit you in the future? What are you learning? What are you making? It's important to have the right balance of making a lot of money while also learning a lot and getting relevant experience that's going to pay off in the future. Those are the 3 strategies I'm following and what I believe to be the art and science of career promotions that will result in more money, status, prestige, recognition. Hopefully you're working out as well. It will attract higher quality mating partners in your life and you will live a better and fulfilled life than somebody that did not listen to this video and follow these steps. If you enjoyed today's video and found value, hit the like button now if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 20,000 subscribers. Comment down below for the algorithm. The first link in the description below is going to be a link to my second channel, Sales Prestige. We release exclusive weekly content. We have a big podcast coming up next week with an enterprise sales leader. So go subscribe to that channel, ring the bell as well. Happy pipeline, happy life.